Namaste and welcome to Live, Love, Engage. I am Gloria Grace Rand, the Insightful Copywriter. And in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about the fact that success doesn't happen in a vacuum. Yep, it does not. Success happens whether you are looking for personal success, professional success. The main lesson I want to share with you right now is that it doesn't happen by yourself. You can't really accomplish it by yourself, no matter what you're doing. Now, why do I say that? Well, I can tell you that from personal experience, for one thing, as a business owner, really in anything that I've ever done in life where I succeeded in something, I had help. And you know what? I challenge you to think about that. In fact, think about the times in your life where you excelled at something. Did you really do it by yourself? Or did you have a teacher? Did you have a coach, a mentor? Or frankly, did you have God on your side to help you? Because I can guarantee you had somebody, or yourself, your higher self, I should say, with you along the journey. And I'll give you a couple of examples. Many years ago now, I decided to do a marathon, to actually run a marathon. I hadn't run ever really. I mean, a little bit around the block, possibly. Not even that when I was a kid. I wasn't a runner. I didn't do track in school. I danced. That's what I did when I was young. I did tap and ballet. And doing those things, actually, I had a dance teacher. So I didn't just spontaneously learn to dance by myself. I had a teacher. So when I trained for the marathon, I trained with a group of people. I also read some books, so that was another way to get help. But I trained with a group of people to help me, to teach me the right ways, what type of equipment I would need, how to be able to build up my stamina to be able to run 26.2 miles. In my business, I have attempted to run my business by myself, and I will tell you that the times where I was more successful than not was because I had invested in myself. I had either invested in coaching to teach me. I had, giving me some feedback. I had invested in courses, starting with learning how to write, to be a copywriter, to learn about search engine optimization. I invested in a virtual assistant to help me with my marketing, to help me with social media posts and things like that. Because trying to do everything by myself was exhausting. I was working too many hours a day, too many days a week. Instead of working 5 days a week, I would tend to work 6, 7 sometimes. And my husband did not like that, to tell you the truth. And I don't blame him, because he wanted me to spend some time with him, and I couldn't do that if I was spending all my time on my business. Another way that I got support in my business was I joined a mastermind. I was at a mastermind for a while, and that was an awesome thing. If you don't know what a mastermind is, it was, we had a group of people that we met once a month online, and we would, there was a facilitator, someone who was running the meeting, and there would be one person would come to the call with a particular issue, challenge that they were having in their business or even in their personal life. And then the group would brainstorm solutions to those problems. That mastermind was a tremendous help to me. I learned a lot, really got a lot of benefit out of it. And it's one of the reasons why I've run masterminds myself. I'm looking to get another group started up soon. And in fact, if you are interested in joining a mastermind and being able to get support and growing your business, I would invite you to go to engagewithgloria.com and set up an appointment to talk with me about it, as I'd love to give you some more information about it. But I've worked with clients who have also been in the same predicament of trying to be able to do things on their own and having trouble. And when we've worked together, I've been able to help them, come up with. I had one woman kept missing appointments because she didn't have a good way of being able to keep track of them, frankly. And so that was one of the things we talked about, is I gave her some strategies on how to be able to manage her time more effectively. And as a result, she was able to keep appointments, and she was able to be more organized during the day. And she had time for her business, and she had time for her family. And I love being able to support people like that. So that's part of the things that I like to do, is giving back. But see, that's what it's all about, is you've got to be able to recognize when you need help and ask for it and be willing to accept it. That's the other thing. Sometimes we can ask for it, but we're not always willing to accept the help. So I encourage you to look at places in your business or in your personal life where you are not having the results that you want, and see if it's because you're trying to do everything yourself. And I know, especially as women, we feel sometimes like we have to do it all, but it's a recipe for disaster, frankly, because it's a recipe for burnout. You can be so stressed out trying to do everything that a lot of times actually you wind up procrastinating because you don't want to get things done. And so you just sort of give up, and then nothing gets done. Or you're doing so much, and sometimes things are so rushed that you make mistakes. That's another thing that can happen sometimes. So the idea is to get support. Get support so you're not having to do everything yourself. And that way you can breathe a little bit, you can relax a little bit, and then you can proofread, say, a message, an email before it has to get out, or proofread social media that perhaps your assistant has put together for you. You can proofread them, make sure everything looks good, because you've got time to do that. And then you can spend time reading, or watching a silly YouTube video, or spending time with your children, or brushing your dog, going outside for a walk. Because now you've got time. You've got time to do that because you've got support. So that's pretty much my main lesson for today, is just a reminder to you, don't try to do everything yourself. It doesn't work. Success doesn't happen in a vacuum. It requires team. You need a team. And that team could be just one other person. Like, for instance, I write blog articles for clients, and I have a writer who actually does some of those blog writing articles for me, and then I just edit them, because I don't have as much time to spend writing all of those articles when I want to be serving other clients. So take a look at where in your life or your business you are having some areas where you need some support. And if you're not sure how to be able to do that, again, give me a call, visit my website, go to engagewithgloria.com and set up an appointment, because I can help you do that. I can help you sort of figure out and get clear on where it is in your business or your personal life that you can use some support. Because sometimes we don't see it. we get so used to doing everything ourselves that we don't see it. So I can give you some pointers on how to be able to identify those areas as well. So that's my main message today. Get support. And that way you will be able to live fully, love deeply, and engage authentically.